Welcome to another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here today with Gordon Sanders.
I didn't know you.
Gordon was a businessman here in Frazee for 70 years.
76.
And former county commissioner, and as a World War II veteran, U.S. Navy.
Yep.
And you were born in Colorado. What part of Colorado were you born in, Gordon?
50 miles east of Denver and Deer Trail.
Okay.
In a sod shanty.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we lived in sod shanties.
Yeah, out on the prairie out there.
Yeah, on the prairie.
Yeah, that's pretty flat out in that neck of the woods there compared to the rest of Colorado.
Yeah. They were about 2 foot thick and walls.
How many brothers and sisters did you have, Gordon?
Oh, I had one sister.
Yeah.
She died.
Yeah, Beulah. Yeah.
And, the other 5.
Yeah.
Still living yet.
Yeah.
No,
well, Harold's gone.
Harold's gone.
Yeah. And then when? How old were you when you left Colorado?
I was pretty young then because I don't really remember when we left Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
But they always said that's where you come from. That's where I got my birth certificate too, was in Denver.
Yeah.
So I know that's where I was born.
And then did the family come to Minnesota then?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mother had relation in Chandler, Minnesota.
Okay.
That's where we moved to, Chandler. And she run a hotel there for a while. And my dad was a butcher and a baker, candlestick maker. Done everything.
Yeah.
And a musician and everything else he was.
And you came to Frazee when then?
Then we were there for a few years. Then we moved to Ballatin. And we was there on a farm, but not very long. I don't remember how long it was. And then we moved from Ballatin to Frazee.
Uh-huh.
And when we come to Frazee, it was in 1922.
Wow. And how old were you then?
Four or 5.
Yeah, and so you're 97 now.
Yeah.
Be 98 next December.
Yep.
Boy. And so when you first came to Frazee, did the family farm here? Did they get into business?
No. My dad had a job running a farm. The old Deitch farm, milking cows, and that's out by Dead Lake.
Okay.
Any local people probably know where it is.
Yeah, out east here in south there.
150.
Yeah.
Into 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there I put in a few years going to school. In District 90.
Mm-hmm. And then you go there in 6th grade or 8th grade?
Oh, no. Because we moved every year.
Every year you moved?
Yeah. We moved every year, sometimes twice a year.
Yeah.
I moved in Evergreen and Silverleaf, and so as we go along.
Yeah, and so then did you graduate from high school here at Frazee then?
No, I never graduated.
Okay.
Only from the 8th grade.
That was the same thing with Dad too, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And in those days, you seemed you got a lot more education in those first 8 years than you did now.
Yeah.
Nothing against the education system, but
no,
and
I don't either. We didn't have all this wrestling and music and all this stuff.
No, it was go to school and so you could get out of work.
Yeah. Yes, that was real good. Yeah.
And then,
well, I finished school in District 75 at Hungry Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And where Dwayne Johnson lives now, that's where we lived.
Okay.
When I graduated.
Yeah, right out, just on the south side of Hungry Lake out there. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
We're going to take a break right now, Gordon, and we'll be right back with Gordon Sanders on Spotlight on Frazee, talking about his childhood here. Welcome back for the next segment of Spotlight on Frazee with Gordon Sanders here. And Gordon was just talking about, you know, he'd finished up his education out at Hungry Lake where Dewey Johnson, who's township supervisor out there now. in Dewey Johnson,
Yeah.
and Silverleaf out there. And so, how did you get in business in Frazee, Gordon?
Well, that was kind of a funny deal. John Gibbons used to haul cream to Wolf Lake.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow he sold me the outfit. I had a little. So as things went along, I had to have a new truck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the manager, somehow or another, I didn't know this was going on, got me a truck out of Perm.
Mm-hmm.
Smith, not Jim Smith, what was his first name? It was Smith's Ford anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. He even bought the license on the truck for me.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, and I just started making payments.
Yeah.
That's the way I got a new truck.
And so you were in the milk hauling business.
I was in the milk hauling business for a few years. Yeah. Yeah, I hauled cream into Wolf Lake, just cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that would be the end of the 30s then?
Yeah, that would be in the 30s.
Yeah.
So that'd take me quite a while. And then I was living out in, well, I got married in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't last long, but
Yeah.
2-3 years.
Yeah, and that's
Then I moved to Frazee.
Yeah, and that's your oldest daughter, Joyce, is from that marriage.
Yeah, and there was another one, Gladys,
Mm-hmm.
and she's out in Oregon now.
Okay.
So I'll be seeing them all.
Boy,
So
that's going to be a pretty good trip when you go on that.
yeah, that's
And-
for sure.
And so you're at the end of the 30s there, and then all of a sudden the war decided to
Yeah.
come along.
Well, you know, that was kind of a funny deal too. My two brothers, they joined the army.
Hmm?
Then everybody asked me, well, how come you didn't join the army? No, I want to join the Navy. I want a place to sleep.
Instead of a foxhole somewhere.
Yeah, no foxhole. And I did. I had a place to sleep all the time.
Boy.
Sometimes it was a hammock, sometimes it was a bunk, and sometimes you just found a place to sleep.
Yeah.
But you did have a place to sleep.
And so you were in the Mediterranean most of the war then?
Well, I was in the Mediterranean. First, took a load of, picked up a new ship in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And I took that, loaded it up with ammunition. I didn't know what ammunition.
Yeah.
We went to
So it was a big freighter then?
Yeah. Casablanca.
Yeah.
Then they had the Navy guys taking care of all the guns and stuff. You know,
Boy.
fore and aft and
Yeah.
sideways and that. So that's the way I got there. And then we started hauling from Casablanca to Oran up in the
Okay, the top of the Persian Gulf area over there. Yeah, east end of the Mediterranean.
north end of Fargo.
Yeah.
North end of Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Boy.
was quite a situation.
Yeah. Get shot at a lot over there?
No, didn't get shot at much there. A little bit later, getting to it.
No, okay. With that, we're going to take a break, and we're going to catch you next week with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee, talking about Gordon and his part in the service and how he ended up back in Frazee again.